4th. I'm a little closer to the wall today because it's an Eldoa class, and we ideally would like if you could find a wall space as well. So if that's possible for you, that'd be awesome. I am going to be using a block and a strap as well, so have that handy. And we'll start right away. We're going to add in another Eldoa. If you watched the first Eldoa or not, it doesn't matter. We're going to just warm up, as always, just a little bit to move the bones since we've been sitting. So we're going to have our right or whichever shin in front of the other leg, and we're just going to shift side to side, allowing the body to move a little bit, feeling little stretches. You can circle forward all the way around. Sitting up on a chair is an option if you have sore knees. You can do all of this sitting on a chair or up on a block. Gently slide forward, stretching out the glutes a little bit, rotating side to side, inside the stretch. Walk over in the direction of where your toes are pointing, the front toes, and gently stretch over there. Breathe. Let's switch leg in front. We all have a leg, I always put my left leg in first, that we tend to always sit with, and it becomes a habit and it starts to cause issues. And as I start to videotape myself more, I'm always noticing my ribs are slightly to the left. And it's probably because of those little habitual things we do every day. So we have to make that effort to balance our body out. So again, circling around, whatever feels good, stretch back. Slide, walk your hands forward, breathe, rotate. And all the way up, go to the direction of your toes and stretch. That's good, release your neck. If you have a tight neck, remember, you have a little pillow under your head. So we're going to lie down, place the feet up on the wall, and just take a moment, deep breathe. If you have no wall space, just keep your feet on the floor. So with your feet up on the wall, take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl your tailbone through your legs and feel that stretch in your lower back. Release. Inhale. Exhale, curl. And again, curl. Stretch out the lower back. Bring one leg in, extend the other leg up. Turn out the thigh, turn in. Turn out, turn in. If you do anything, constantly do these rotations deep inside your hip. Okay, flex your ankle gently, turn the foot in. Push the outside of your heel up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. We'll be doing our leg stretches today on the wall. So this is just a little gentle warm up. Turn out, turn in, turn out, turn in. That's it. Hold it turned in. Straighten that leg. Turn your toes towards the video. Push the outside of your heel up. Just left leg now. And big circle to release. A little happy baby here, just to relax, making sure that you can lengthen that spine in the Eldoas. It's called loads in English, longitudinal osteoarticular decoaptation. We are separating our backbones so the discs have more hydration. Very important. Place your feet on the floor, allow your knees to go to one side, allow your body to twist and pull back. Gentle movement. You can go a little slower if you're feeling tight, and you can pause in the stretch. Pause in the stretch if you need to. And one more time, each side. Good. And then coming back to center. What we're going to do is lie on our side and gently do our feel-good arms. So I'm going to lie towards you. Rest your head on your arm. Turn out your arm and rotate your arm behind you and stretch it out gently. Circle forward, inhale. And exhale, open up. Circle forward 3 times. Enjoy that stretch. Feel the knees staying nicely level here, so you're not letting your knees slide anymore. Get them leveled up and open up and start to melt backwards. Breathe in. Melt. Keep your knees perfectly stacked vertically and just rotating your spine. Hold that and breathe. A reminder of what your arm is going to do, just like your leg, the top of your shoulder is a ball and socket joint. The shoulder blade can move around. Lock the shoulder blade down. Arm up. Turn the arm in. When you know it's turned in, when you bend your elbow, your hand will touch your hip. Turn out. When your arm is turned out, externally rotated, you bend your elbow, it'll touch your shoulder. So internal rotation, external rotation. One more time. Internal, external. You're going to be in the Eldoas, turning out that top of your arm, extending your fingers and extending your wrists. Often I'll see baby fingers up, so remember to keep your baby finger and thumb down. Okay, and relax. Circle out your hand. And let's do that to the other side. I'll flip over so I can watch you guys virtually here. Making sure you're doing it correctly. Turn out the arm, open your chest, circle around. I don't have a lot of space. You can move down a little bit so that your arm has more space. Circle. And then take your hands behind your head. Double check that the knees are perfectly stacked. And then without sliding those knees, rotate the ribs. Melt. Breathe. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. One more deep breath in and out. Arm goes up in the air. Turn in. What happens when you bend the elbow? Touches your hip. Turn out the arm. Touches your shoulder. Internal, external. Internal rotation, external rotation. The upper arm bone is called the humerus, like your funny bone. And then just free up your shoulder blade, whatever feels good. Coming onto your hands and knees. If you need an extra little pad, just fold up your mat. Hands hip width apart. If you cannot do this on the floor with your knees, you can do this standing with your hands on the wall, okay, or on a chair. And you can still get your happy puppy, sad puppy, or cat cow. Tailbone goes up on the inhale. Exhale, you curl. Inhale, you arch. Exhale, you curl. Right in that low back especially, you guys. Inhale, arch. And exhale, you curl. Let your head go this time. Release. Come up onto your fingertips and really get a good stretch for your back. And coming back down. We're going to be doing our bird dog today just to get the back strength. So stabilize your core. Right leg goes behind you. You lift. If everything's stable, you extend your other arm forward and back. Again, reach out and back. Same leg. Arm, opposite arm and leg. Keep your pelvis nice and steady. Don't lose those abs. One more time and hold. Maintain. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Leg first. Get your balance. Make sure your hip isn't up. Balance, stable, square pelvis. And in. Out and in. Turn out the arm as you reach. Pull out long. Lengthen that arm and leg away from each other and hold it there. Maintain it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come into your child's pose, resting your elbows, if you have it, on a yoga block, and drop your head through. Letting your armpits stretch. One more deep breath. So we're going to go into our stretches today. So I'm going to be sitting on a block. You can either sit like this, or if you prefer, cross. cross-legged. Your body is straight. You're not slumped. So ripple your spine up, drop your legs down, sit up on a chair if you're tight. You're going to hold your strap wide if you're tight in your shoulders, or use an elastic band if you have it. It'll give a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to inhale. The arms come up. As you exhale, you pinch your shoulder blades and you bring them behind. But I'm not moving my core, so keep the abs nice and firm. Okay, so from here, what you want to do is not stick your ribs out. So tighten up the front of your belly. Exhale, behind. Watch your head that it doesn't pop forward. Keep your head right in line. Don't let it come forward. Hold that head right where it should be, right on top of the body. Good work, you guys. One more time. Nice. So we're going into our hip stretches next. We're going to place both feet against the wall. Okay, so as if you're in a little, I used to think of myself as a vampire sleeping in my coffin here, or you could think of yourself as you're in a sunbed or something like that. As soon as I place a block under my hips, I'll have to move a little bit closer to the wall. Okay, so we've got our left heel on the floor, but also connected to the wall, and the toes are not turned out. Your toes are perpendicular to the floor. Placing the strap on the arch of your right foot. Okay, lower your leg down. Feel the weight of that leg. Slowly bring the leg up. Pause here and breathe. Don't push from the knee. Press away with your leg away towards the wall with your hamstring. About 30% tension now. Press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release the contraction. Relax your leg and gently try to stretch a little bit deeper. Good work, you guys. Keep your knees straight if you can. That's why you have a strap. If you're very tight, your leg will be way down here. That's totally fine. It's whatever your situation is right now with your own hamstring. We're going to add on, we're going to flex the ankle. So point your foot, extend your leg. Now flex the ankle and feel that stretch. Point your foot, turn your thigh in, flex your ankle and push the outside of your heel up. So your toes are not turned. So your right leg, your toes are turned away from the video. Pushing that outside of your heel up. Reach your right sit bone towards the wall for 5. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. We'll do that on the other side. So right foot down, heel connected down into the floor. Strap on the arch of your other foot, which the foot here I'm doing the leg is the left leg now, so the right leg is on the wall. My leg loves to turn out, so I really have to work on keeping that leg parallel, toes pointed straight up. Connect that heel on the wall, into the wall, but also all the way down onto the floor. Lower your leg down, release any weight or any tension in that hip. Feel how heavy the leg bone is in gravity. Gradually bring your leg up, and when you start to feel the beginning of a stretch, you stop and breathe. Deep breathe. I'm going to kick my leg away from me towards the wall, but not letting the leg move because I'm holding the straps. Use your hamstring. 30% tension now. Press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, relax, no tension, and see if the leg can come in a little deeper. Hold it here and breathe. Now we're going to point the foot, extend the leg, flex the ankle joint. Boom, it goes right into your calf muscle. That's where I'm a little tighter. So I really feel that in the calf. Point your foot, turn your leg in. Flex your toes, sickle your toes towards the video. Push the outside of your heel up as you pull your toes down. Turn the leg in. Push the outside of your heel up. Pull your toes down and breathe. Just don't overstretch.
and release. So people who are tight, you're going to need to use the strap for this one. So you're going to put the strap back onto the arch of your foot. Your toe, your ankles are still flexed, and your toes are turned towards the video. So from the ankle, if you're circling your foot around, you want to freeze the foot with your toes turned out, and then you're going to push your knee out to the side. So if you need to use the strap, hold it. If you can reach for your heel, grab the heel, but don't point the foot or sickle your foot. Keep those toes pointed towards the video. Push your knee out and make sure your left heel is anchored into the wall. If you start to feel shaking, that's fine. It's your fascia, the layers of your fascia trying to unstick themselves. Hold it here. Good, and release other side. Strap on the arch of your left foot. Right foot glued into the wall. So I would recommend doing this after if you have a little cardio machine, you can do a little bit of a 5-minute cardio. I don't have time to warm you up fully, or if you've done a little walk with your distancing measures in place, you've done a little walk around the block a few times to get the blood flowing. Or just do a couple moves that make your heart rate go up, like squats, things like that. So the toes are turned away from the video. My knee is bent, and I'm pushing my knee out to the side. But you see how my foot is over my body? It's not out to the side like in Happy Baby. Okay, my foot is over my chest. And I do feel tighter on this leg, so it's harder for me to get that leg to turn out. Stay here, flex your ankle, breathe. And gentle release. So we're going to remove the block, and we're going to go right into one of the Eldoas for your neck. So we started with C4, C5, so that's in your neck area here. We're going to be doing that one again. So we're going to lengthen the back of our neck, stretching out the back of the all that tissue that gets tight, arching your neck too much. So lengthen it out, drop your ribs down, tighten your core, so shorten the line here from your ribs to your pubic bone. Imagine a line and pull that line shorter. Raise your arms directly to the ceiling so you are perpendicular to the floor. Turn out your arms right from the top of the shoulders. Extend your fingers and extend your wrists. Fingertips are pointing towards your knees. Push the heels of your hands up. Okay, so keep pushing those heels of your hands straight up. Now don't look at the video anymore, just look straight down. Reach up. Press your chest down. Feel those shoulder blades pull apart. Shaking is normal, twitching, whatever's going on, just keep reaching up, look down. Self-regulate, self-limit, whatever feels right for you. Back away if it's too intense, and relax. Circle out your wrists. Okay, so we're going to be doing the C6, C7 like we did in our first class, so shoulders away from your ears. So take your shoulders and shrug your shoulders up, and then walk your fingers towards your feet. So your shoulder blades are as far away from your ears as possible. Turn out your arms, roll your shoulder open, look down. It'll give you a little double chin possibly. That's fine. You're trying to lengthen the back of your neck. Squeeze the arms right in. Extend your fingers and wrists. So fingertips are pointing down. Push those heels of your hands towards that wall in front of you. Lengthen the back of your neck. Drop your chest. More advanced, your thighs are into your chest. Suck those abs in. But if you lose your position of your neck, it's not worth it. Keep your feet down if you need to. Hold it here. Pull those shoulders away from your ears. Keep breathing. And gentle release. And swing up to sitting.
Take a moment here to relax for a sec. We are doing a 30-minute class, so I know it's a little less than I do in a normal longer class, which is on Wednesdays at 12:05 to 12:55 once we come back. So we're going to do a new one here called T2, T3, so it's going into your upper back. So for this one, again, if you have sore knees, you can do it on your feet with your hands on a wall or lower down on a chair. Okay, like your hands are on a chair, your knees are bent. So it would look like this. Okay? But if you can't be on your knees, you come down onto your knees, you're in child's pose, your hips go over your heels. You're not going to let that happen now. What you're going to do is you're going to turn out the arm so the baby finger is on the mat, and it's as if you're trying to push sand, as if you're playing with your kids and you're building a sand castle. You're going to push the sand away. Your bum is going to come up and over your knees, and your head is going to come gently down. And you're going to try to, if you're rounded here, you're going to try to flatten your back and breathe. So the back is trying to stay nice and flat. Your tailbone is lifted, and you're really opening up under the armpit. If you have issues in your shoulders, it's okay to bend your elbows. You don't want to feel pain. You're looking for a flat back, no round shape, no arching, not overarching your back, and breathe here. It's okay to rest your head down, but don't put all the weight onto your head. So if you're not sure, just keep your head slightly off. Keep reaching for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Just let your elbows bend, release your spine. You're in a little round child's pose, letting your tissue relax. Coming up against the wall for your T6, T7. So again, like I said, I tend to bring my left leg in, so I'm going to switch it today. Today's the opposite day, right leg comes in. You have sore knees, you can have your feet further away from you, but keep the knees turned out. So I'm going to bring my right leg in, then the left. I'm not putting them on top of each other, they're just on the floor, as if they're fitting in like a piece of puzzle. I have a mirror here in front of me, so I'm double checking that I'm not shifting right or left. So if you do have a mirror, use a mirror. Look down, get all of your back bones against the wall. So included your hips, low back, upper back. If this is all you can do, focus on pressing your thighs down and trying to pull your bones nice and long. Okay, so that all the bones are trying to touch the wall. Bring your arms forward, take a moment to look that they're turned out. Fingertips touching, swing your arms all the way overhead if possible. Some people will have the elbows bent if you're really tight, but if possible, get your arms straight. But don't let any of those back bones come off the wall. Press the thighs down, reaching up. Make sure if you have a mirror that one fingers are not higher than the other. Keep reaching, you guys. Lengthen. Pull your spine apart. It's like your sits bones and your tailbone is glued to the floor, and then there's somebody pulling you up and off your hips for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the time to release your arms and then relax the body. Hopefully that felt good. We're going to go into our T7, T8. So that was T6, T7, the mid-back. We're going to go one notch lower. This one's a bit harder, actually, even for me. So what I'm going to ask you to do is bring your heels as close to your sits bones as possible. So from the side, I can't get my back straight, but I've got my heels as close to my butt as possible. That is your priority here, not your feet further away so you can get your back straight. Your priority on this one is your knees as bent as possible. And then you're going to try and get your back straight. Okay? So I'm going to face this way so you can see what the arms are doing. So I'm trying to get my back straight. You'll notice I have my feet just as wide as my sits bones. Those little bones in your bum, not as wide as my hips. Okay? So bring them fairly close, your feet. Don't have your feet rolled out. Roll those feet in. Get those knees right in line with the center of your arch. Try to pull yourself up nice and straight. Head, back, chin down. Turn out one arm, extend your fingers and wrists. The other, bring your arms up in a wide position. Hold it there, breathe. Pull up. Lift your bones. Keep reaching. Elongate yourself.
It's hard work, you guys. This is one of my hardest ones. You can see how my knees are wanting to open. Pull them back together. Lift your chest. For 5, reach out more. 4, push out through those heels of the hands. Keep going, you guys. We're almost there. And gentle release. Whew. That's tough on my hip flexors. So let's do a stretch for the hip. Again, either fold up your mat or use a gardening mat. And we'll just do a little mini hip flexor stretch here. And then we'll finish with our L5S1. So the knee that is down, the foot is in line with the back of your knee. Tuck your tailbone under to open the front of your hip. If you're more flexible, lean forward slightly, abs in. Back flat, turn out your arms, press up. Pull the spine long, reach. Keep breathing. Think about pushing your ribs. If it's your left knee down, push your ribs towards the video. Push your ribs to the right. Keep reaching, you guys. You got this. Hold it. And gentle release, other side. Right knee is down. Foot is in line with your knee. Other foot is forward. You're in your serving knife position. We're not going to overarch our back. Pull the abs in. You can see my hip bone going into a posterior pelvic tilt. Okay, so I'm rotating my hip bone, lengthening my lower back. It puts that hip flexor on stretch right away. I'm going to keep my back straight up. My right knee is down, so I'm going to take my ribs and push my ribs to the left. Turn out the arms. Raise the hands are in this position. Extension, fingers long. Reach it up. Hold it here. Breathe. Pull those low abs in. Lift through your belly. If you're tired and you can't do your arms, your wrists are getting sore, just focus on placing the hands on your thighs, but getting those low abs working, leaning slightly forward to open up the front of your hip. Or keep the arms reaching up the whole time. Gentle release. So we're going to go into our L5S1. So this is the one where you've got to get your sit bones close to the wall. So how I do it is I turn sideways, get my bum as close as possible, and then just lie down and swing those legs up the wall. Take a little break, open your legs out to the side, and just let your inner thighs stretch. So here's a good place for if you have people at home that can help you out to make sure that you're coming directly out of the wall straight. A lot of us have a little bit of a side bend or a shift in the ribs. So if you have an outside eye, they can combine, make sure your pubic bone, your sternum, which is your chest, and your chin are all straight. Okay? Gives them a chance to do something to help you out. And make sure that your legs are separated equally, so that one leg is not open more than the other. Okay, once you're there, flex and point. Flex the ankle, that's dorsiflexion, plantar flexion, point. Hold the dorsiflexion, turn the legs in. So your knees are looking at each other, your heels are flared out. Big toes and all the toes are pulling down towards your pubic bone. Your heels are pressing up. Your tailbone is down. Bring your legs so the toes are just not quite touching. So about 1 centimeter apart. Drop your tailbone down. Lengthen the back of your neck. Raise the arms, turn out. Remember, we're externally rotating our arm bone. Spread your fingers, extend your wrists. So not this way, that way. Okay, so you've got your fingertips pulling down. You can feel the muscles here working. Swing the arms, if your shoulders are healthy, over by your ears. Try to keep the arms turned out. Reach those legs nice and straight. Drop the chin down. Drop your ribs down. Push the outside of your heels up. Maintain this position. While I'm here, I'm not looking at you guys through the video. I'm looking down my own top. It's important to stay straight. Your friend or your kids can help you stay straight by double checking that your head is not tilted to one side, your tailbone is down, your ribs are down, arms are straight, legs are straight. Feel the shin muscle working, feel your quad working. Maximize your effort, lengthen everything for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to relax the arms first, relax the ankles, and relax your legs. Good work, you guys. Just bend your knees for a second if you can, right in. The wall can help you. Just relax. Roll over to your side and come up to sitting. So that was a 30-minute Eldoa class. We added 2 more Eldoas. We did T2, T3, as well as T7, T8. So we've done C3, C4, C5, which is in the middle of your neck, C6, C7, which is at the bottom of your neck, T6, T7 mid-back, so your thoracic region, and then 1 notch lower, and then we got into the very base of your spine. So the next class, I'm going to keep adding 1 more and maybe trying to get a little bit more in each time. So if you could, when you do an Eldoa class, do a little 5-minute warm-up before. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.